Hi, my name is Anna, and learning English hasn't always been easy for me. But don't worry, I'm here to help you. Today, we'll learn English through a fun and exciting story called The Shopping Quest. This story follows Mia, who has a big task ahead. She's planning a surprise birthday party for her little sister Lily. Along the way, Mia will face challenges and adventures that will help us learn words and phrases related to shopping, clothes, numbers, and more. Before we jump into the story, I have a quick tip for you. Make sure to turn on the subtitles and repeat the words and phrases out loud as you hear them. It's a great way to improve your pronunciation and learn faster. Now, picture this. It's a sunny afternoon, and Mia is bursting with excitement. She's holding a long shopping list in one hand and her phone in the other, ready to tackle the busy streets of her neighborhood. Her mission? To organize the best surprise party ever for her sister. But she doesn't have much time, and there's so much to do. Are you ready to follow Mia on this exciting journey? Let's get started. Mia sat at the kitchen table, her pen tapping rhythmically against a piece of paper. Okay, she said to herself, I need to organize this party quickly, but I can't forget anything. She began writing her shopping list, speaking out loud as she went. Balloons, decorations, a birthday cake, and of course a gift for Lily. Her handwriting was neat but hurried, reflecting her growing excitement. Looking at the clock, she realized it was already mid-afternoon. I'd better hurry, Mia thought, grabbing her list and heading out the door. As she stepped outside, the warm sunlight hit her face, and the familiar buzz of her neighborhood greeted her. The streets were alive with people chatting, street vendors calling out to customers, and kids playing nearby. Mia walked briskly toward the market, her mind racing with thoughts of the perfect party. She imagined Lily's reaction, her little sister's eyes lighting up as she entered the room, surrounded by colorful balloons and a delicious cake. Arriving at the busy shopping area, Mia paused for a moment to take it all in. The market was bustling with activity. Shops lined the streets, their signs brightly advertising everything from fresh produce to toys and clothing. Vendors stood outside, waving to passers-by and calling out their deals of the day. All right, Mia muttered, clutching her list. Step 1. Decorations. She spotted a store filled with streamers, banners, and balloons of every color imaginable. A smile spread across her face. This is going to be fun, she thought, stepping inside. Mia stepped into the store, immediately greeted by a burst of color and cheerful music playing softly in the background. The shelves were lined with party supplies, glittering streamers, shiny balloons, and banners with phrases like "Happy Birthday" and "Congratulations." She marveled at the variety. "Excuse me," Mia said politely to a store clerk nearby. "Where can I find balloons?" The clerk, a young man with a friendly smile, pointed toward the back of the store. "The balloons are in aisle 3, he said. "Thank you," Mia replied, walking quickly toward the aisle. As she turned the corner, her eyes lit up. A rainbow of balloons filled the shelves, U2014 red, blue, yellow, and even ones shaped like stars and hearts. She picked up a pack of colorful balloons and added them to her basket. Next, Mia scanned the shelves for streamers. She grabbed rolls in pink and purple, Lily's favorite colors. She imagined how the decorations would look draped around the room, creating a festive and magical atmosphere. While browsing, Mia spotted something she hadn't planned for, a set of sparkling fairy lights. These would be perfect for the party, she thought, adding them to her basket as well. At the checkout counter, Mia placed her items on the counter, double-checking her list. The cashier began ringing up her purchases. "How much for everything?" Mia asked, trying to make sure she stayed within her budget. "That will be $25, the cashier replied. Mia handed over the money and thanked the cashier, smiling as she picked up her bag. With the first item on her list checked off, she felt a surge of satisfaction. As she stepped out of the store, the sunlight hit her face again, and she glanced at her list. "Next stop, the gift shop," she murmured. The thought of picking out the perfect present for Lily filled her with anticipation. Mia weaved through the busy streets, clutching her bag of decorations tightly. She could feel the energy of the city around her, people chatting, cars honking, and music playing from a distant street performer. It gave her a sense of determination. She glanced down at her watch. Plenty of time, she reassured herself, quickening her pace. As the gift shop came into view, Mia smiled. This was going to be her favorite part of the day. Mia pushed open the door to the toy store, and a cheerful bell chimed above her. Inside, the shelves were packed with colorful toys of every shape and size. Stuffed animals, building blocks, puzzles, and dolls lined the aisles, each one seemingly calling out, "Pick me." She smiled as she thought about her little sister, Lily. "She's going to love this," Mia murmured. She pulled out her list and read aloud, "A gift for Lily. Something fun and special." A store assistant approached her, noticing her thoughtful expression. "Can I help you find something?" she asked kindly. "Yes, please," Mia replied. "I'm looking for a birthday gift for my younger sister. She's turning 7 and loves anything pink and sparkly." The assistant nodded and gestured for Mia to follow her. "I think I have just the thing," she said, leading her to a display filled with glittery toys. Mia's eyes widened as she saw a beautiful pink tea set, complete with tiny cups, saucers, and a teapot covered in sparkles. "This is perfect," she exclaimed, picking it up carefully. "How much is this?" Mia asked, holding the box up to the assistant. "That one is $18, the assistant replied with a smile. Mia paused for a moment, checking her budget. She still had enough money left for the cake, so she nodded and said, "I'll take it." As she made her way to the checkout counter, another toy caught her eye. It was a small stuffed unicorn with a shimmering golden horn and pastel-colored fur. Mia couldn't resist. "How much is the unicorn?" she asked the cashier. "It's $7, the cashier replied. Mia hesitated, but thought about how much Lily would adore it. "All right, I'll get it too," she said, adding the unicorn to her purchases. The cashier rang up the total. "That will be $25, she said. Mia handed over the money and carefully placed the toys into a bag. "Thank you," she said, beaming. Walking out of the store, Mia felt a mix of excitement and relief. She looked down at her list again. "Just one more thing left, the cake," she said to herself. She glanced at her watch and realized time was moving faster than she'd thought. Picking up her pace, she headed toward the bakery at the end of the street, eager to complete her mission. The sweet aroma of freshly baked bread and pastries greeted Mia as she stepped into the bakery. The warm and cozy interior was lined with display cases filled with cakes, pies, and cookies, each one looking more delicious than the last. Mia's stomach rumbled, but she reminded herself to stay focused. She approached the counter where a baker, wearing a white apron dusted with flour, smiled at her. "Hi there. How can I help you today?" the baker asked. Mia smiled back and said, "I'm looking for a birthday cake. It's for my little sister's party, and she loves chocolate and pink frosting. Do you have something like that?" The baker nodded enthusiastically. "Of course. We have a chocolate cake with pink frosting ready to go, or I can customize one for you if you'd like." Mia thought for a moment and asked, "How much is the one that's ready?" "That would be $15, the baker replied. "That's perfect," Mia said. "I'll take it." The baker carefully placed the cake into a white box, tying it securely with a ribbon. Mia watched as he added a small decorative flower on top of the box for an extra touch. "Here you go," he said, handing her the box. "I hope the party is a big success. Thank you so much," Mia replied, feeling a wave of gratitude. As she stepped outside, the cool breeze reminded her of how much she had accomplished in such a short time. She glanced at her shopping bags and smiled. "Everything is ready," she thought. "Lily's party is going to be amazing." Mia started walking home, her heart full of excitement and anticipation. The streets were quieter now, and she enjoyed the moment of calm as she imagined Lily's joyful reaction to the surprise. With all her tasks complete, Mia felt a deep sense of satisfaction. "This is going to be the best birthday party ever," she whispered, holding the cake carefully as she made her way home. As Mia walked through the door of her home, she placed the bags and the cake carefully on the table. She took a deep breath and smiled. Everything was ready: the decorations, the gift, and the cake. The room would soon transform into a magical party space, and she couldn't wait to see Lily's face when she saw it. Mia looked at her list one last time. Each item had a satisfying check mark beside it. She thought back to her day, the bustling streets, the friendly store clerks, and the thrill of finding exactly what she needed. She whispered to herself, "It wasn't easy, but it was so worth it." As she imagined the party, Mia reflected on how much she had learned and accomplished. She had used polite phrases like "excuse me" and "how much is this?" She had confidently asked for help when needed and stayed focused on her goal. "This is how you get things done," Mia thought with a proud smile. Looking at the clock, she realized it was almost time for the guests to arrive. She grabbed her decorations and began transforming the room. Balloons were tied to chairs, streamers hung from the walls, and the sparkling fairy lights gave the space a magical glow. With everything in place, Mia stepped back to admire her work. "Lily's going to love this," she said. And that's the end of Mia's exciting shopping adventure. I hope you enjoyed following her journey as much as I did sharing it with you. We learned so many useful phrases and words related to shopping, asking for help, and describing items. Remember, practice makes perfect, so don't hesitate to replay this story and repeat the phrases we covered. Thank you for watching and learning with me today. If you enjoyed this story, Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more fun and practical English lessons. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Keep practicing, keep improving, and most importantly, keep believing in yourself. You're doing great. See you in the next video.